Hey guys, Darth Gloric here, back with part 1 of our brand new main game. We will be playing Fallout 4. So, I have been playtesting this game for about a month, maybe a month and a few weeks. I did a sound test, and sound-wise, it did seem okay. If it's too loud or too quiet, I do sincerely apologize. But here we are. Anyway, so, let's do this, actually. Okay, good. Now we can hit resume as soon as we're done, and then we can go right back without having to, yeah, it'll be so much simpler, don't worry, it'll be great. Okay, so this way you can hear me. Okay, so, we are obviously playing Fallout 4. I am very, very excited. I've been doing playtests in this game, and what I have done, I have made an RP that we are going to be doing, which is, stands for roleplay, obviously. Now, if you guys followed my Star Wars The Old Republic series, then you'll know that I made a personality and a roleplay for every single class that we did. For every single class that we did, I set up a roleplay. Now, the reason I did that was because it made it seem more alive. It made it easier to play the game for me because I could make a personality, make myself a little backstory, and then I could stick to that, and it made it easier to play rather than having to just make decisions spur of the moment. Now, in this game, doing the same thing is very helpful because there is there's lots of different factions you can side with, lots of different decisions and routes that you can go through throughout the game, that you can choose to do throughout the game. Now, so if you make an RP, you can stick to certain factions or make certain choices that otherwise maybe you wouldn't make. And that's why we are going to be doing it. So, I have made ourselves a little backstory. So, backstory-wise, I picture that our character, we are going to be playing a girl, by the way, no surprise there, I always do. Now, backstory-wise, our character, I picture that she kind of like grew up in a rough neighborhood, maybe on the streets. I figure that she had maybe in and out of foster homes, and then eventually she did find a foster home that she liked, but she got mixed up in a lot of really, really not good things along in her younger days and throughout maybe her teenagehood. That she, even after she found a good foster home with parents that were trying to be caring and loving, she wasn't very good about being a great, it's hard to revert into being the really good child that doesn't leave the house all the time without telling anyone, stuff like that. So she still acted out. So I figured that maybe she got mixed up in some in a gang, obviously super small, not super, she didn't get mixed up in the Bloods and the Crips or anything, but she mixed up in some dark things. I figured that maybe she got into some pretty serious fights, maybe with some knives involved, because of what I'm gonna make our character look like. It's gonna explain some of the scars that we're gonna give her. That maybe she got into some knife fights, different dark stuff. Now then, years into her maybe late teenagehood, she meets her husband Nate. Now Nate was a former soldier, and that part isn't RP. That part's just fact. The dude was a soldier. But I pictured that maybe they met by chance, and then that she really did love him, and then that she wanted to turn her life around. She wanted to try. So then years later, she ended up going to school, and she ended up becoming a lawyer, and again, because that's going to explain about how that she has a law degree, because it does mention that in the game. Is that she has a law degree, and so that's I had to come up with a reason to explain that. Anyway, so she tries to turn her life around, and she tries to be a better wife, and then eventually they have a kid, and she loves their son Sean. She loves him, and she wants to do right by her husband and her son, and she tries to turn her life around from what she used to be, and what things used to be like for her. She tries to be a better person. Anyway, and then that's going to explain how we get to how she can do a lot of the stuff that she does once all the actual events kick off. I picture that Nate taught her how to shoot a gun and how to defend herself, and that'll explain how she can fight so well. And then I figured that once everything kicks off, that she just reverts to how she grew up for so many years. She just reverts to being tough and being on her own and things. Now, choices wise, we are going to be going you know, Raider, Brotherhood of Steel stuff. I'll explain the steps of what happens along the way when it happens. I'll explain little things to explain the roleplay, explain what's happening, so we're not going to go into everything right here, but just to give you a basic preliminary backstory as to how she's acting, why she's acting the way she is. I think that'll make it. I think that'll make it really, really nice and for you guys, and it'll be easier for us to stick to a role play. So anyway, other than that, let's go ahead and get to it. Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else we need to say. So yeah, I did do a sound test. It did seem okay. Hopefully it will be okay in the actual recording. Most likely it'll be fine. My sound test did seem alright, but if there's anything that's not perfect, of course it'll be fixed in subsequent episodes. The other thing that I meant to say. So a lot of YouTubers that I have seen, or streamers, when they're doing a big open world game, they tend to kind of not like blow through it. In some cases they do, but they tend to be like on the quicker side of things. They want to get in, they want to see the story, and they want to leave. Well, I am a little bit different. When I'm in an open world game, I want to explore. I want to look around. I want to be doing. I don't want to feel rushed to complete a story and know that I'm missing things along the way because I was in such a hurry. And so, because of that, this might be my longest series to date. Now, my goal is to not be in a hurry and not try to rush through it so we can get it done. My goal for this game is for it to just be laid back. We can stick to our roleplay, we can level up, we can search locations. We are going to be big into certain choices that we're going to make, and I'll explain all of that along the way. But we're not going to hurry. So if you're looking for a channel that's going to blow through the story, you're going to see it, you're going to leave, you might want to keep looking, because this series for me is going to be very, very long. So if that's not fun for you, I do apologize, but that's the way that we're going to play it this time. So I think that'll be very, very fun. I'm very much looking forward to it. And yeah, I'm not going to blow through the story and know I'm missing things just so we can hurry up and finish it, because I'm not in a hurry. This might be my longest to date, and I'm okay with that. So let's go ahead and hop to it. Obviously, I'll stay quiet for the cutscenes and things, especially the intro. This intro is one of the coolest intros in gaming. Honestly, it is. So it is one of the coolest intros in gaming. I am so excited. And yeah, and I'll probably do building, like settlement stuff off camera. Maybe not all of it, but the majority of building stuff I'll be doing off camera. Because then I can get stuff done for us without you guys having to sit and suffer through something that you don't want to see. And so yeah, so I will be doing a lot of building stuff off camera. I'm gonna be really heavy into like role-playing the settlements, so we're gonna be making some interesting choices later on, and I'm gonna make the settlements look appropriate. Anyway, I will be quiet now. Let's stick to it. Enjoy the cutscene. It's so good.
War. War never changes. In the year 1945, my great-great-grandfather, serving in the army, wondered when he'd get to go home to his wife and the son he'd never seen. He got his wish when the U.S. ended World War II by dropping atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The world awaited Armageddon. Instead, something miraculous happened. We began to use atomic energy not as a weapon, but as a nearly limitless source of power. People enjoyed luxuries once thought the realm of science fiction. Domestic robots, fusion-powered cars, portable computers. But then, in the 21st century, people awoke from the American dream. Years of consumption led to shortages of every major resource. The entire world unraveled. Peace became a distant memory. It is now the year 2077. We stand on the brink of total war. afraid. For myself. For my wife. For my infant son. Because if my time in the army taught me one thing, it's that war never changes.
Oh, so good. I love that cutscene. More than I can tell you, I love that cutscene. Oh my gosh, it's so good, though. So good.
War never changes.
You're gonna knock him dead at the Veterans Hall tonight, hun.
You think?
Absolutely. Now get ready and stop hogging the mirror.
Right.
Yeah, bro. Stop hogging the mirror. Okay.
Hey, my turn, big guy.
So there's no subtitles right now. I mean, it's because every playthrough, I feel like that it doesn't always turn them on for you. It absolutely should be default, should be subtitles on, by the way. But I will definitely fix that as soon as I have access to the start menu. No, oh my gosh, no. Like, there's so much we have to do. Anyway, so yeah, I'm very, very excited for everything. I'm so excited. So first, let's go ahead and fix some obvious things that I know I want. So like I said, I've been playtesting this for a while. And so I know I think it's deep red. Yes, there we go. Deep red.
Brunette, purple. It all looks good on you.
I know it does. Anyway, let's see. So yeah, like I said, I've been playtesting this for a long time, and so there we go. I think that's the one. Yes.
I have the best hairdresser, I swear.
There we go. No, I think I'm at skin color. That's not it. I was kind of hoping to do like. Oh, maybe it changes the color of her eyebrows on their own. That's fine. Okay. I don't usually touch very much of many things because the more I touch it, the worse everything tends to look. So as my rule of thumb, I don't usually touch very many. Let's see. I feel like that's fine. Now let's see. I wanted to see colors. I think that's red. That looks like a darker red, doesn't it? Anyway. Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
Looking
Perfect.
good, man.
Oops. Okay, let's see. You know what's really funny is having to do all this on your own, and like, especially being a dude, like, as if I have any idea what I'm doing. No, I have like very, very, very vague ideas on what I'm doing, by the way. I think it's that one. Alright, let's get that one, and then lower. I think one was better. Yeah. Done. Alright, eyeshadow, I don't think we want any. Probably not. Probably not. And what happens if you remove it? Oh, yeah, I like that actually better. It's better once you removed it. Perfect. Alright, so markings, we don't want any of that. Blemishes. I don't think we wanted any of that. I feel like whatever she has is fine. I think that's okay. You think? Like, there's like no difference anyway. Keep it on, don't. It makes no difference. Okay, now this is what I was talking about. Like that maybe she had like a really insane like youth. Because I'm gonna give her at least one scar.
I still got it.
I still got it, she says as I give her a scar, which I actually hit the wrong button. I keep forgetting that you have to hit apply and not like anything else. Okay, now if we give her another one, it'll be something light. Like maybe like on the chin somewhere or something. Like I said, it's gotta be the next one has to be pretty light duty. You could like scar the crap out of her, I mean, if you wanted to. I mean, we don't necessarily, but I'm just saying. Cheek burn, ow. Boxer 12 rounds, broken nose, black eye. All right, we're not after any of that. If I was gonna give her any other kind, it would be like super super light duty is what I was thinking. Let's see. Left back deep. It's forehead. Brow small. Nose. Arch. Forced smile. Like, why so serious? Lips scratch. I feel like that lip scratch one isn't bad, but I think maybe even that. I think that's probably fine. Cool. Yeah, I'm good with that. I say as I hit the wrong button. Darn it all. There we go. Add that.
My beautiful wife.
Perfect. There we go. See, it gives you like just faint, like, you know, like, you know, it's there. We know something. We know that's like, you know, she had a pretty insane what was going on, but that's it. Body wise, we're probably not going to touch anything else because all that's the rest of it's fine. So I think we're good with that. But there we go. Now she's pretty, but you know, it gives like the idea that she had something crazy happen in her youth, as it were. Otherwise, I don't think there's anything else to really do too much. I don't think, yeah.
I'm so proud of him. No need to get dressed twice.
That's right. We should at least close the closet.
We really need to get those vacation photos developed.
Like I said, so she had like a rough youth and teenagehood and stuff, but she's trying to turn it around. The other thing that I meant to mention about the RP is I picture that although she's trying to turn things around, she's trying to fit in. I feel like that she doesn't really have any friends as far as like the other like. You know, I feel like that she doesn't fit in well in suburbia, so to speak. That she just like she's trying to do everything, but she's not like the, you know, like the suburban housewife. It's not fitting in very well for her. She's trying for Nate, she's trying for their baby and stuff. But I don't feel like that she doesn't fit in very well. At least she feels like so that she doesn't. And I think that that's an important distinction. Hi, baby. Look at the little baby. Here.
Wonder what Sean will grow up to be.
Who can say?
To think one day he's gonna learn how to drive. Can't wait to teach him to ride this. Should get this signed next time we're at the park. Glove's a little big now, but Sean will grow into it. He'll either be great at spelling or great at smashing blocks together.
That's right. One or the other. Anyway. Alright. We won't spend too long on everywhere, but you know.
Ah, good morning, Mum. Your coffee. 173.5 degrees Fahrenheit. Brewed to perfection. And today's newspaper just delivered.
Thanks, Codsworth.
Of course, Mum.
Thank you.
Grognak the Barbarian and the Jungle of the Bat Babies.
I think I'm gonna lose brain cells just even reading the title, by the way. BTW.
Hey, hun.
Do I look nervous? I look nervous, don't I?
You're fine.
Oh, sounds like someone made a sticky. I shall attend to young Shaw.
I know we were nervous at first, but I'm glad we got Codsworth.
As am I. We have the TV on and music playing, but you know, whatever. Well, might as well just chill for a minute. Obviously, you know, I play first person like 95% of the time. I just occasionally like going third person just so I can see myself a little better.
It's that salesman again. I don't know why he keeps bothering you.
I know. What are you gonna do? Salesman, right? Hola.
Good morning. Vaultec calling.
Good morning.
Isn't it? Just look at that sky out there. You can't begin to know how happy I am to finally speak with you. I've been trying for days. It's a matter of utmost
Yeah, now
urgency,
subtitles
I
are
assure
on.
you.
I'm here now.
So you are. So you are. Now I know
Creepy.
you're a busy woman, so I won't take up much of your time. Time being, a precious commodity.
He
I'm here
knows.
today to tell you that because of your family's service to our country, you have been pre-selected for entrance into the local vault. Vault 111.
But I have a family. You can fit us all, right?
Of course, of course. Miner's your robot, naturally. In fact, you're already cleared for entrance. It's just a matter of verifying some information. Don't want there to be any holdups in the unforeseen event of total atomic annihilation.
Yes, of course.
Won't take but a moment.
Sure. Let's do it.
Splendid! Splendid. Now, let's see.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and hit all of this. Now, other thing about the RP that I meant to clarify just so you guys are on point with me. So I picture that because obviously she's trying to be like, she's trying to fit in, she's trying to put her dark past behind her and whatnot. She tries to be polite and stuff, but she often feels like she has a very short fuse, and she's very like I said, she, especially in the early game, she's trying to blend in. She's trying to be good, and trying to be better about people, things like that. Now I already chose what name we're gonna use. There we go, Alexandra. Good name, no? All right, Alexandra. Now I have a system that I do every time here. Now I put charisma to 8, which for some people might be overkill. I put everything to 3 except for charisma. Now this time I have 2 points extra that I'm gonna spend, and I think we're going to put them right away into endurance. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's okay. So yeah, I give myself a little extra endurance, and then I give myself 8 charisma, because charisma is really important in this game. There's so much stuff you can talk your way in and out of. It's really nice. So I think we're gonna go with that. And then normally I actually don't spend the 2 extra points into endurance. I usually give 1 extra to endurance and then 1 extra to whatever strength or something. But there is some certain perks that we're going for to make some things work. All right, just to suffice it to say. So we're gonna go with that.
That's everything. Just gonna walk this over to the vault. Congratulations on being prepared for the future.
Thanks again.
Hey,
Bye.
it's peace of mind. That's worth a little paperwork, right?
For you and Sean,
I think so.
no price is too high.
Good answer.
I have my moments.
Can't sit down for a moment, huh, Nate?
Sean has been changed, but he absolutely refuses to calm down. I think he needs some of that maternal affection you seem to be so good at.
Go ahead, honey. I'll be there in a second to help, okay?
Fair enough. Wee little Bobby, what beeth the matter?
My boy isn't giving his mother any trouble, is he? Hey, fixed that mobile on his crib the other day. Why don't you give it a spin?
Look at him. He's so cute. This
That's
tiny little
my boy
burrito.
on his best behavior, just like his dad. Well, most of the time anyway. Listen, after breakfast, I was thinking we could head to the park for a bit. Weather should hold up.
Yeah, sounds like fun.
Sir, Mum, you should come and see this.
Codsworth, what's wrong?
Are you gonna grab the baby or should I? All right, grab the baby, or don't. I don't know.
Followed by yes, followed by flashes, blinding flashes, sounds of explosions. We're trying to get confirmation. We seem to have lost contact with our
did he
affiliate
say?
stations.
Explosions.
We do have coming in. That's confirmed reports. I repeat, confirmed reports of nuclear detonations in New York and Pennsylvania. My God.
Well,
We need to
that's
get to
not
the
good.
vault. Now!
I've got Sean. Let's go.
Can you, Nate, could you just figure out your life story?
Residents of Sanctuary Hills, if you are registered, evacuate to Vault 111 immediately.
Now is the time. Let's go.
Hold on, Michelle. Hold on.
Well, who cares?
That's absurd! I am
Not on the list. You don't get in.
I'm going in. You can't stop me.
The dude in the power armor spins up the minigun. Bye, Vault-Tec rep. Sorry.
Step forward, otherwise return home.
I'm in the program.
We need to get in. We're on the list.
Infant, adult male, adult female. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you.
Good luck, sir. And God help us all.
You two, follow me. Come on.
What's gonna happen to all those people outside the
We're
gate?
doing everything we can. Now keep moving.
Yeah, it's not good. I would be curious to know, like, exactly how did it all kick off? Who fired first? What was all the details? You know, who knows?
Almost there. Is Sean okay?
He's fine. We're gonna be okay. I love you.
Oh my God!
Oh, that's not good.
Hold on!
Oh, dear. Well, that's not good. Still, shout out to the all the people up top. That was like super brave of them. They're like, send it, send it, send it. Like the last thing that they probably knew that they were going to do was get us down here. Like, shout out to them. That's pretty brave, man.
Step off the elevator and proceed up the stairs in an orderly fashion.
No need to worry, folks. We'll get everyone situated in your new home. Vault 111. A better future underground.
So we just...
Yes, up the stairs.
I can't believe it. If we left a minute later,
No,
we'd
no,
all be...
Don't get
Dead.
caught up thinking about that. You're safe now. Everyone, just head up these stairs and through the
Are you
door
gonna go
there.
first or should I? All right, I'll go first. They're gonna take a moment. Who can blame them? You with me?
Here you are. Head down the hall there.
What do you think those are for? You gonna go? Are you gonna walk or should I just go?
Head
Hmm?
down the hall.
Come on, Mrs. Abel. There we go. Thank you.
Over there. Take a seat.
You'll need your suits before we can take you further. One vault suit. Now just head down the hall.
Go
Each of you
ahead.
Take one of these. Your brand new vault suits. Thanks. What now? Just follow the doctor here. He'll show you where to go.
All right, you three. Follow me.
You have like little baby vault suits. Hmm.
See? This is our new home.
It's down the hallway right there.
Oh, you're gonna love it here. This is one of our most advanced facilities. Not that the others aren't great, mind you. Gone. Our home. Everything we had.
Ma'am?
Yes, it is.
How long do you think we'll be down here?
Oh, we'll be going over all that in orientation. Just a few medical items we have to get through first.
Good fit. Very good, thank you. Let's check
Checking everyone off the list.
Prepared for the future, right?
Such a
Oh,
lovely.
calm down, Callahans.
You'll see this as your new home.
Might as well be like Vault-Tec salesman.
Just step in here and put your vault suit on.
No questions asked. Hmm.
It'll be okay. Mommy's right here. See?
Yeah. See, it's fine.
Who's my little guy, huh? I'm not going far. I'll just be over there.
There she is, see? Mommy's not going far.
All set? Just step inside and put on your vault suit.
Alright. What could possibly go wrong? Yes, very well.
The pod will decontaminate and depressurize you before we head deeper in the vault. Just relax.
Time for a whole new life.
Resident secure.
Here goes nothing.
Occupant vitals normal.
Come on, Alexandra, don't hyperventilate. It's not gonna help anything.
In 5,
What do you think that feels like?
3, 2.
You think it's super cold in there? I mean, I think you can see your breath, so odds are it's cold. I wonder if you feel it, though. Like, do you, like, feel yourself freezing in real time, or it happens so fast that it's like, you're fine, you're slightly cold, you're completely frozen? Hopefully it would happen fast, otherwise that would be really unpleasant. Hopefully. Yeah, it's cold in here. I'm freaking shivering. You can hear me. Wish it was frigid where I'm actually at IRL. It's certainly not. It's freaking like 84 in my house.
This is the one. Here.
What is happening?
Open it.
I can't.
Almost. Everything's going to be fine. I got it. Let the boy go.
Okay.
Once. I'm not giving you short.
Goodbye, Nate.
Let's go. At least we still have the backup.
I'm getting frozen again. Well, unfortunate. Laytail. I also wonder what thawing is like. You think it happens just as fast? Hopefully.
Cryogenic array. Most residents must vacate immediately.
Ugh. I'm fine. Whew. Alright. So, first let's, one thing that I've found, and I feel like it helps increase... Okay. Alright. That was load, not save. Sorry, I'll see you guys in a minute after I do this again. My bad. Oh, haha. That's funny. We're right back here. It actually was literally no, like, exact... Ah, all right, that's all right. That's fine. It literally loaded in the same spot. Autosave just hit, so I lost absolutely nothing. So that's funny. Anyway, so one thing that I found, I feel like it helps increase speed is if you delete previous saves, so that you're maintaining a very low amount of autosaves. Because autosave at the moment is set to save every 10 minutes. But you can change that distance. I have so far haven't, but I was thinking about increasing it from to 15 or 20 minutes. Because autosave is nice, but I'm usually pretty paranoid about saving anyway, and it would be nice not to have to clean out saves so often. So we might end up doing that. But regardless, if it's anything like Skyrim actually had physical effects if you didn't clear your saves. If you got too many, it would be laggy. So anyway, but what I was going to say was, as far as... Fallout 4 is concerned, for the most part it works fine, but there is some funny glitches. Sometimes frame rate plummets for no reason, and so yeah, sometimes frame rate plummets for no reason, and sometimes characters will glitch into walls or have trouble walking through doorways or whatever. So there is some funny glitchiness that happens, but for the most part it works fine. So in recordings, if frame rate dies, it probably isn't my computer, it's probably Fallout 4. So, and odds are I'll mention it because I'll feel like I'm dying inside. So anyway, all right, well, first,
Come on.
open sesame.
Oh, God. I'll find who did this. And I'll get Sean back. I promise.
So, don't you worry, Nate. I will avenge you, but I won't leave your pod open, no. Just because it's almost kind of sad otherwise. Mine can stay open. And obviously no one else made it. I mean, you can even see. Now, my question is, what happened to them is the same thing that happened to us? Did they open it? Or they just like cranked up the freezing, or did they all die from some other way? Like, I would like to know an actual, like, what exactly happened to everyone else. Now, of course, I don't know, but no, but you know, I'd be curious. So, I think this is just another frozen cryogenic chamber, yeah. Yep. Monitoring terminal. Okay, yeah, I think there's one of these in our room too. All it does is just tell you that everything's offline. See, offline. And then it just tells you that everybody's dead. And that's it. Okay, so lots of cryopods. All of them are dead. I'm the only one that survived. Let's just go ahead and make sure. Vault jumpsuit new. I think I'm already wearing one that's new. Plus, I think I'll have opportunity to grab another new one in case this one isn't new. Let's see. Yeah, nothing we need. Okay. Well. That's gross. Well, that's growth. It's almost as big as the roaches in my house, lols. Everyone's like, that's not funny. Believe me, all of this will make sense in time, alright? So me looking around and scavenging is honestly something you guys are going to have to get used to, because like I said, I'm actually super big into the building. I didn't used to be as big, but I've gotten more into it as I've been playing Fallout 4 incessantly over the last like month and a half. So I do spend a lot of time looking around just for good loot. So, and that's honestly what I expect a lot of our playthrough looking like, is me just looking at locations and looting and us hanging out. I think it'll be fun. Anyway. Okay. Let's see here. Security instructions, operations protocol manual, safety logs. Alright, well, I am curious about the logs. God, it finally happened. The world's over. Barely got all the residents inside. Not everyone made it. Now it's just us and the icebergs. I don't get it. Eggheads tried to explain to me about keeping them frozen is a big experiment for a better future or something. I don't know. It just doesn't seem right that we are smiling at them all that time before putting them on ice. Shouldn't we have told them something? Ah, well, someone who did it has having second thoughts. Really wish he'd get done that sooner. Christmas underground. Got together with the rest of the security boys and support staff and had a little party. Best gift that got handed out was a fancy lad snack cake that wasn't too stale. None of the scientists came. Overseer wasn't there either. I just don't get them. Are they hiding something from us? Another company secret only for the higher-ups? Whatever. Just a few more months and until the all-clear is supposed to come through, then we can start rebuilding. And then this is that March. Only a few weeks left in our mandatory shelter period. Everyone's getting stir crazy. Some people are even saying the all-clear signal is never coming. We can't stay here much longer, that's for sure. It's not just the fact that I've been staring at the same break room and bunk bed for over 6 months. It's the fact that we only have enough food left for another few months, tops. The overseer keeps telling everyone to be patient, focus on work. He's definitely keeping us out of the loop. Something bad is going on, I just know it. And then this is that April. The main door accessing the vault exit is malfunctioning. Now the only way to get out is through the Overseer's evacuation tunnel. How convenient for him. He was the one of the science team watching the door into his little office at all times from a little makeshift checkpoint. Got invited to a meeting tonight, support staffers and security only. Sounds like I'm not the only one with an axe to grind. And then this is the last entry. No all clear from Vault-Tec is coming. We need to leave. We're all but out of food. I almost murdered Stanley for dropping I'm just gonna read it. For dropping a damn salt shaker on the cracker on the floor. A handful of us confronted the Overseer about opening up the vault. I never knew a man that small could shout that loud. Now he's locked himself in his office along with the rest of the science staff. We're supposed to hand over any food, weapons, and medicine we have by tonight, or there's going to be consequences. I've talked to everyone. It's time. One way or another, we're getting out of this vault. Well, now we know what happened to them. Now we know what happened to them. So something that's kind of on my big to-do list for this playthrough is I want to make sure I want to spend a little more time reading the different like entries that you find, different things that you read. We're not gonna read everything or anything, but stuff that like about like that. Like now we know what happened inside this vault. Stuff like that. I find it interesting. In my playtest, there was a lot of things I just was just getting through, just skipped through a lot of things, and so it's something that I want to fix for our playthrough. As I think that would be fun to kind of enjoy, and I hope you guys enjoy it too. Hopefully it's not just me, but you know, I suppose you never truly know. Hi-ya! You have to give the hi-ya, otherwise it's not as good.
Giant roaches? What the hell?
Yeah. Yeah, indeed. Should we go in? Well, it says to go in here, so we're going in here then. Just a burr. Alright, let's see. Anything super tasty? Just a bench. Lots of benches. Otherwise, nothing to write home about. This place is pretty looted. Yeah, okay. Nothing good there. Just do a quick little... Don't worry, it'll make sense later on. I'll explain it. We could take that. Recreation terminal? What are this? Ooh, it's Overseer. Okay, well first, isn't the Red Menace a game? Ah, yes. It's like the Donkey Kong, but for Fallout. Well, hey, let's do a quick little game, shall we? All right, so that's jump. I think that's probably the only button that does anything. No, don't quit. Yeah, all right. So jump is the only button. Heh. We got this, people. The other thing I hope you guys don't mind is I hope you guys don't mind. Oh, I jumped too late. There's a delay on the jump, so it's a little bit difficult. Anyway, is music. Hopefully playing music doesn't bother you guys, because I have music going 100% of the time, as far as like the radio stations are concerned. So hopefully you don't mind that, because believe me, you're gonna hear it. There we go. I'm learning. You actually jump farther than you think you do. No, I was right there. All right, last life. Like I said, it's kind of a weird delay. I don't know. It feels weird. Some point on my to-do list, and we're waiting. The reason we haven't done it yet is because we're waiting for DLC, just like many of my games that I really want to play. But on my list, haha. Anyway, on my list is Fallout New Vegas, but we're waiting for DLC. Just like with most things. Oh, actually, I think I remember that you actually can't go this way. Oh my gosh, I'm in power armor. Oops. Maybe it just allows you to take an extra hit. Oh, it's temporary. Because the odds are it made you immortal. I'm trying so hard to get on this ladder. The changing direction is pretty trolly, I tell you what. Just gotta stay alive. No! Dang it. Alright, anyway. No, yes, I did want to quit. Alright. Well, that's pretty funny. Go ahead and eject that holotape so I can keep it. Alright, so Overseer memo. Remember, use of the recreational terminal is a privilege. If work performance declines, privilege may be revoked. Enjoy responsibly. And those are just random people. Okay. Alright. Okay, yeah, I think otherwise we've pretty much seen everything, so we're good to go. There's not too much to look around in the main vault. You feel like they're telling you, you know... Oh, look, I think he's already dead. Possibly. Regardless, though, we're just gonna go around to be safe. I missed. Get blocked, idiot. I think I blocked it. It's a little hard to tell with like the rad roaches. I'm not picking up the meat, and I'll tell you why. Because the rads you get from these is just so bad. It's so not good.
What happened here? Where is everyone?
Who can say? We don't need the clipboard. All right. Now that one I know I blocked. I missed one of them. I got one, so you know. You win some, you lose some. Okay, so whole bunch of stim packs. And our first weapon. Nice. Okay. So, Vault Overseer instructions. Vault 111 is designed to test the long-term effects of suspended animation on unaware human subjects. Your staff will be on short-term assignment to monitor basic, a whole bunch of things. Vault term monitoring will be handled remotely by Vault technicians. Under no circumstance is suspicion to be disrupted. This includes the administration of life-saving measures. Your staff is also considered expendable. Insubordination or attempts to evacuate prematurely are capital violations. Unused cryogenic pods are the preferred method for cadaver disposal. Wow. Well, there's no surprise. Anyway, let's just go ahead and check the what the Overseer was thinking. The final staff orientation is complete. All but a few of the residents in Sanctuary Hills have been enrolled, and several from Concord as well. Vault Tech supervisors came up this week to do a technical review with me. This vault is ready to open. I can only imagine what wonders our residents will get to witness. The notion of leaping forward in time, I almost wish I could join them and see the promise of our future realized. And then October 23rd. It's happened. We were lucky that most of the staff was nearby when the early warning came through. We had less notice than expected, but only Nordhagen was missing when we sealed the entrance. Resident admittance went smoothly. Everyone made it, even the family that waited until the last minute. I was worried there would be more suspicion, but things happen so fast for these people. They must have been too overwhelmed to question the cryogenic pods. Strange issues happened today with Pod C3. Subject appeared to be having heart palpitations, nothing life-threatening, but unusual. We realized almost too late that the pod was malfunctioning and cryogenic array almost started thawing her out. We're not sure, but I suspect a hiccup in Vault Tech's remote override systems may have sent an errant signal. We'll have to keep an eye out. I only hope their systems are reliable once we evacuate the staff. Supplies running low. There's been no all-clear signal yet, even though we're nearing the end of the 180-day mandatory shelter period. Supplies were never intended to last much more than that, and despite my best efforts, people are beginning to question what we're doing down here. If people think we can just leave when the 180 days are up, I don't know why I couldn't say that, they're insane. The radioactive exposure would still be potent enough to fry everyone if the vault seals were breached that early. The whole point of the all-clear was to receive additional instructions from the main office. I don't know what to do. I can't open the vault. I can't expect our supplies to last forever. I just have to keep everything under control until the all clear. Mutiny. A faction led by the security personnel have turned on me, demanding they be allowed to leave the vault. Idiots. I will not open the door to be irradiated to death out there. I'm consolidating the remaining supplies, putting the staff on lockdown. We're gonna have to start prioritizing who deserves what little food we have left. I've been too damn generous with the rations. If people don't like it, well, that's fewer mouths to feed. Yep, so as you can imagine, it's, you know, freaking chaos in there. Alright, so you're gonna go ahead and open our evacuation tunnel. Okay. We're not gonna look around too much, but, you know. Just in case there's, you know, something good, you never know. Yeah. Alright. We're good to go. For rad roaches, it just seems like a giant waste to spend ammunition on rad roaches. Alright, so there's a little bit of ammo. And look at that, Cryolator case, but it's a master lock, so we'll have to come back if/when we have lock picking. I mean, probably when, even if I do go a different build than I normally do, I'd still probably get lock picking because there's so much good stuff. Alright, well, you know, considering they're all out in the open. Oh, see that? Hip fire even. Okay. It's like at the same time, maybe it was kind of a waste, but whatever. It was better than getting 900 rads. That little roach had no idea what hit him. Okay. By the way, that whole roach, they're trying to tell you how to do stealth. Like you would idea is you would sneak up to him and you'd go whoop-ah! while he's sitting there. They're trying to teach you how to do it. I already know how to do it, so it doesn't matter. And it's easier just to do it while they're not expecting.
All that's left?
It's easier to do it before they expect anything. Cool. I found more ammo. All right. Other than that, though, I think that's pretty much it. There's not really too much going on in the, obviously in the opening vault. So.
Is anyone alive? Did anyone get out?
I don't know. Let me just take this from the dude's arm. All right. We officially have a Pip-Boy. All right. Initializing. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, other than that, I think those are fine. I think pretty much everything is fine. And I am wearing my wedding ring in case you're wondering. Yeah. Alright. I missed. Missed the first time, but it's fine. Vault door, remote access, ready. Boop.
Vault door cycling sequence initiated. Please stand back.
Alright, you guys ready to leave this vault? They're like, could you stop hitting random things? You're ruining the moment. This opening is so cool, man. So cool. Yeah, there's the lag spike we were all waiting for. Alright, open sesame. Oh, I was just wondering what those were. Alright. Get me out of here. So this is your last opportunity to fix or change anything. And I'm okay with what we have, so let's do it. Let's leave.
Enjoy your return to the surface, and thank you for choosing Vault-Tec.
Yeah. You're welcome, I suppose. Anyway. This opening is so cool, especially this next part where it like introduces you to like it shows you what everything looks like now after what we just saw it when everything was all fresh and fancy looking. It's so cool. And you can like hear like the shock in her voice. See? There you go. Burnt to the ground, as it were. Alright, now there is a few good things to see in the initial area. There's a little bit of good loot to pick up. Molotovs, yeah, Radaway's fine. We'll actually take the Deathclaw hide as well. Stim Pack, Rad-X, and Blood Pack are all good stuff. I don't need either of those. Alright, now there's a few boxes, I think, of grenades or something down here. Yeah, Radaway, Rad-X, we'll take both of those. Molotov, Rad-X. You know, we'll take all of those as well. We're about to be out of workshop, so it's fine. 'Tis fine. Alright, now there's one other thing that I want to show you guys that I don't know if everyone knows about. So, over here at the top of this little hill, there is this. A weird little shelter, a little chair, some purified water, a dirty water, and look, a sign. Now, I know what that means, but you guys may or may not know, and I'm not going to tell you. Lols. Haha. No, kidding. Yeah, I am not going to tell you, though. It belongs to one of the factions in the game, I'll tell you that. But yeah, it's mostly cool because there's some purified water over there, and purified water doesn't give you rads. I'm almost positive it doesn't anyway. Doesn't it? Yeah. So there's I think one purified water and a couple of dirty waters, but purified water doesn't give you rads, and obviously, you know, that's really nice because radiation is a killer in this game, that's for sure. Anyway, so now we can run down yonder. Over here. So basically it makes you wonder. So obviously someone was watching you. Was watching the entrance to the vault, watching you specifically. It's hard to say, but we do know that there was someone nearby watching the vault. So that's kind of, you know, ominous. Discovered sanctuary. You can hear the sanctuary music kick in. Da-na-na-na-na. Well, well, well.
As I live and breathe.
Hello, Codsworth.
Oh, it's really you.
Codsworth, you're still here. So other people could still be alive too.
Well, of course I'm still here. Surely you don't think a little radiation could deter the pride of General Atomics International? But you seem the worse for wear. Best not let the hubby see you in that state, huh? Where is Sir, by the way?
They killed him.
Oh, Mum, these things you're saying, these terrible things, I believe you need a distraction. Yes, a distraction to calm this dire mood. It's been ages since we've had a proper family activity. Checkers, or perhaps charades. Oh, Sean does so love that game. Is the lad with you?
He's gone. God damn it. Someone took him. They stole my baby.
It's worse than I thought. You're suffering from hunger-induced paranoia. Not eating properly for 200 years will do that, I'm afraid.
200 years? What? Are you sure?
A bit over 210, actually, Mum. It will take a little for the Earth's rotation and some minor dings to the old chronometer. That means you're 2 centuries late for dinner. Perhaps I can whip you up a snack. You must be famished.
Codsworth, you're acting a little weird. What's wrong?
Mum, it's been just horrible. 2 centuries with no one to talk to, no one to serve. I spent the first 10 years trying to keep the floors waxed, but nothing gets out nuclear fallout from vital
Nuclear fallout.
Nothing! And don't get me started about the futility of dusting a collapsed house. And the car! How do you polish rust?
Stay with me, pal. Focus.
I'm afraid I don't know anything, Mum. The bombs came and all of you left in such a hurry. I thought for certain you and your family were dead. I did find this holotape. I believe Sir was going to present it to you as a surprise. But then, well, everything happened.
Thank you, Codsworth.
You're welcome. Now, enough feeling sorry for myself. Shall we search the neighborhood together? Sir and young Sean may turn up yet.
All right. Lead the way.
Proud to serve, Mum.
So, it's something else that I also want to drop you guys a line about the role play. So, so obviously now that you can see, the world is like, you know, a shamble of its former self. And obviously we talked about her, you know, Alexandra's past and like, you know, and how she's so tough and she can use guns and all that stuff. But as far as like interacting with people or anything, I feel like that, like, initially that, like, she's, you know, that she was trying to be nice, like with Codsworth. She does have fond memories of him, obviously, and so she's nice to him. But as far as like other people go, she's incredibly like standoffish, and she's honestly kind of selfish, because now that she sees what everything looks like, and after they killed her husband and took her baby, like, she has, like, you know, pretty her opinion of everything is pretty dark, and she's pretty angry, obviously. And so because of that, she's very standoffish, like, to other people. She's very she doesn't trust anybody else, and so she's gonna be pretty, like, you know, what's in it for me type of thing, because, you know, she doesn't think she can trust anyone. In case you're wondering. So, while he looks around, we are going to poke around in the houses, and we will slowly be kind of following him to pick up anything super good. We're also going to pick up some anything like super good that we can put inside the workshop, and I'll explain all that building crap once we get a little closer.
I'm coming, sweetheart.
Yes, we are. Alright, it's nothing that we need to pick up. Like I said, a lot of the building stuff I'm going to do off camera because I don't want our time together, lols, to be spent building. I'd prefer any time we have on camera to be spent, you know, doing things. Like, you know, exploring locations and stuff like that. So I'm going to, but for this initial stage, mostly I'm looking for good loot. Mostly so it'll be a little bit easier for me, but I'll show you what I mean here. Hey, okay, so this is the workshop obviously is how you build everything. So you can scrap different items that are as you can see, you can scrap all of these, and different things you scrap can do different things. Like obviously that mailbox is worth 6 steel, for instance. Now the edge of the building here, you can see that green line, the glowing holographic line over there, that's as far as your little settlement goes. There are lots of settlements throughout the game. Which ones you can use will greatly depend on which ones, on like who you're allied with and stuff like that. So like I said, we're not going to spend too much time in this mode on camera. I will be doing a lot of it off camera, and I will, every time I'm done, I'll show you guys what I have done, but you get the idea. Now, you can, of course, in different locations that you're in, you can pick up lots of good stuff, and you can deposit it, and it's in your junk section. You can deposit it in the workshop, and as you can see, lots of different junk has different like traits, and it means different things. So you can deposit it in the workshop to give you materials. And if you're like me and you spend a great deal of time looking around different locations, then you'll have all kinds of materials. You have all the materials you ever needed. So one thing that I will show you before we get too far as well. Nothing too good. So yeah, and there's nothing too good in this house. I don't think anyway. Okay, so obviously we can put that because oil is very important. I'm trying to think what I was going to show you. Well, I know one thing that we were going to talk about. So, perk-wise, I am going to... The goal is I don't want to have to be confined by whatever's best as far as stats go, as far as armors are concerned. I don't want to have to wear whatever's the greatest thing. I want to wear what I want to for our roleplay, and so... that's the reason that I went a little heavier on the endurance this time than normal, is because there is perks that you can get to make you much tankier, like different ones that'll help you resist damage or help resist radiation or stuff like that, and things like that. So we will be going towards those perks earlier rather than later, so that I can wear what I want to, even if it's not as good as what you can find. Just, you know, for instance, stuff like that. Anyway, stuff like that. So yeah, like I said, we're not going to be doing too much building. I was about to say, I'm assuming Codsworth has killed all these little flies already. But yeah. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I was going to show you. I was picking up food and I remembered. Oh, I forgot. It's actually not up here. It's up here on my other account that I'm playing. Okay, well, we're going to run down here really quick. We're going to ignore Codsworth for a minute. And I'm going to show you guys this. And like I said, I'll be fixing all of this building stuff off camera. I'll show you what I did after we're done. But I'm going to show you really quick. So this is a cooking station. Actually, while we're here, let's fight off this. Like I said, rad roaches give rads, as you might imagine. Okay, we're going to pick this up, and we're going to go move it over where I have it on my other personal game, because believe me, it's amazing. So this is a cooking station. Cooking stations, they come in lots of different ones, but this is like one of the designs. And they allow you to make food, obviously. Now food, the cooking station is actually way more valuable than I ever assumed it was previously, because of what it offers. So let me go ahead and show you. So you can go ahead and turn different foods into different things. Like if you have 3 dirty waters, you can turn it into a purified water so that it doesn't give you rads. So in the early game, this stuff is a lifesaver because you can make unradiated food out of things that you find. And that's really helpful. Now there is a perk that allows you to reduce and then eventually altogether remove rads from food, and I go towards that one very early on. And but you know, it does take a little bit of time, so it's something that we'll be going towards really early, like I always do, because yeah, it's something that we'll be going towards early, just like I always do. But yeah, anyway, so but it'll be a little bit before we can get the one that like completely removes radiation. We can reduce it pretty quickly, but you can't totally remove it yet. So anyway, stuff like that. So we'll be going towards that pretty quick because it's a lifesaver. But yeah, and I think those are the 2 things that I wanted to say, was that I'm gonna wear what I want to, even if it's not the greatest thing. If it fits our roleplay especially, we'll be wearing whatever we do, and it's not necessarily gonna be what's most, you know, quote unquote competitive. So that's the plan. Anyway, all right, we can go talk to Codsworth now. We've, for the most part, poked around most of the neighborhood, all the good stuff.
Miss Alexandra, your family isn't here either. They're really gone, aren't they?
Sean's out there, Codsworth. I need to find him.
What about Conklin, Mum? A few people there. And last I checked, they only pummeled me with sticks a few times before I had to run back home.
There's still people alive in Concord?
Yes, although they're a bit rough. You remember the way? Just across the southern footbridge, out of the neighborhood, and past the Red Rocket Station? I shall remain here and secure the home.
Thank you. I'm just going to make sure there's nothing super awesome lying around. I don't expect there will be, and then we will move on. We will deposit some of the junk as well. It's just a suit, doesn't matter. I accidentally picked up a tan suit already, funnily enough. Okay, I'm not going to pick up the bloatfly meat. Although, actually, I guess I could, because there is a cooking station. I can see if we can do anything with it. Ha. It's going to try and tell you how to lockpick, but guess what? It's the same principle as Skyrim. Oh, there we go. Same principle as Skyrim. I know how to do it. Alright, we'll take the money. We'll take all of that except for the pipe. Oh, yeah, actually, I was going to leave it thinking, I don't need that. I have better things already. But I actually don't have better things already, funnily enough. Alright, we're going to take as much of the bloatfly meat as I can find so that we can see if we can do anything with it. See if we can cook it. Because I almost think you can. Okay. We're going to run over, I think it was this house that had the dead bloatflies already. Yes. I want to get that meat. And we're going to take that. Oh, there was bubble gum on the counter. It's worth a little bit of health. It's not worth a crazy amount, but a little bit. There we go. Okay, now we have a lot of bloatfly meat. Now we can see if we can cook it. We'll drop off our junk. We'll look at our time, and then we will motate. Alright, first let's go ahead and drop off the junk. Alright, drop off all of that garbage. Beautiful. And then we'll go ahead and see if we can do anything. Ah, there we go. Baked bloatfly. So you need 2, and then you can. It increases your radiation resist, and it makes you lots of good free radiation-free food, which is cool. And I think that's all we can do because we don't have enough for anything else. So yeah. Well, hey, that was obviously worth it because we got to make something out of really, really bad crap. So that's a good thing. Okay. Summer shorts. I think I'm happier in the jumpsuit. At least it gives me some kind of resistances. So we'll put both of those outfits away. We could just scrap them for cloth. I'm never going to wear them. Yeah, let's do that. Let's drop both of those. Let's go ahead and go into here. And then scrap for cloth. Perfect. Okay, now we can also upgrade. Now these are obviously mods. You can obviously upgrade most every gun in the game. And but yeah, and I think it'll be obviously we don't have enough materials and adhesive for a lot of this stuff. for almost any of this stuff. We can put on a longer barrel on it, which will increase the range. We can do a comfort grip, which is improved recoil and hip fire accuracy. Magazine we can't change yet. Sights we can't change yet. We'll probably just wait because we're not really there yet, so we'll probably just wait on all that. And weapon-wise, let's go ahead and favorite the pipe pistol. And I'm not sure which one to put it on. It probably doesn't really matter all that badly. Okay. Actually, you know what? Oh, we can do this. There we go. I want to move that. I wonder if we should move it to there instead. There we go. I feel better about that. Okay. Now this is fire's 38 round, which we don't have a lot of. We have much more of this one. But I like carrying a melee weapon. I always go, you know, super heavy into the guns, but I always carry a melee weapon because some enemies, like the rad roaches, for instance, are so weak that they're not worth the bullets you're going to spend to kill them. And it's often just easier to run up and hit them. And a lot of the time I found that there's actually a lot of, like, actual legit enemies, which aren't worth it either. Ooh, cap stash. And that aren't worth it either. Like really, really weak raiders, you could just run up and just, like, hit them in the face and just, like, be done with it. And a lot of the time I find that that's more effective. Alright. Oh, it just occurred to me that there's other things I need to explain, like the caps. So caps is money in this game. I don't know. They use bottle caps probably because they're the most, you know, common thing you can use for courtesy, I imagine. Or currency, I imagine. So yeah, caps is money. Okay. Let's see if there's a... I missed. Get blocked. Alright. Oh, actually, we could actually probably pick up that rad roach meat. We could probably do something with it. We could probably bake it. Ooh, there we go. Blood pack is worth a lot of health. In case you're wondering. Stim packs, of course, are also health, and they don't weigh anything, by the way. There's a few objects that don't weigh anything in the game.
Nice.
Cool. Some more bullets. Okay, I think that's most of what's everything. Ooh, Nuka Cherry. And Nuka-Cola is also Nuka-Cola, Nuka Cherry, and like Nuka Quantum and all that stuff. All of that gives you health, and so, I think some of them do other things as well in addition to health, depending on how fancy they are. But but before you do anything, they also give you rads just like anything else. So, you know, you gotta watch out for it. You have to maintain the rads, man. Alright, I don't think there's like the craziest stuff in all those places, but you gotta look. There's a pistol in the shower, but we already have that pistol. Plastic bowl. Okay. I see that makeshift bomb attached to the top of it. So if you try to open it, it'll explode and probably blow your face off and kill you. Okay, so here you have two options. You can use the terminal and try and open the safe, or you can just go straight into the safe. Depending on which perks you have. I will show you why using a terminal sucks really quick. This is why. You have to just guess. They're like, all right, find the word, and then now it tries to give you clues, but as you can see, it'll say likeness at the bottom. It'll be like likeness. Now, obviously, see, sometimes you get lucky and you find it right away, and it's easy. But other times it's not that easy. So anyway, and it turns out it didn't even open the safe. So yeah. Ooh, look at all the good stuff. Lovely. And of course we were already holding that pipe pistol, so we don't need to carry it twice. I don't think there's too much going on. Okay. Beautiful. Alright, we'll check the last house, and then we will know that everything in this place has been searched. As far as, like, you know, usable, good loot. You know, like ammo or whatever. All the building stuff, I'll still have to come back and do all this off camera, and I'll fix everything. But of course, every part, I'll show you guys what I do, so you're never going to be just behind on whatever it is I'm doing. You'll be up to date. Fear not. Ooh, pre-war money. You can use pre-war money for cloth, by the way. Ah, lots of good stuff in that mirror. Okay. Perfect. All right, well, let's go run up and drop this crap off, and then we'll head towards Concord, methinks. All right. This way. Whoop, too far. Beautiful. Drop off all of that. Okay. Now we can actually head towards the exit. Oh, time-wise, we're actually doing not bad at all. I was actually feeling like we were, you know, we had been doing this our whole life. Turns out, not even true. Which was awesome, because that means we can keep going. And that makes me very happy. So yeah, all of this, we'll take care of a lot of that later. Now, there's a few things we're going to have to do that's going to be weird. That's not normal for what most people do, is they just wander into the game the first time. I'll explain all that in a minute after we get a little closer. A couple of frag grenades in that trash can. Across the bridge, there will be our first actual real armor. So we will be wearing that. As you can see... Oh, I forgot to see if I could do anything with that rad roach meat. Alright, so he has some money, some stim packs. He has a pipe pistol, but we already are carrying that. And he has a drifter outfit, which we can use. We'll take the mongrel dog meat. Ooh, he also has a tire iron. And is the tire iron better? It's 15 and it's medium, so yes, it is better. So we can drop it. Drop our old thing. We'll favorite that instead. Beautiful. And we'll go ahead and highlight the Molotovs. We'll put on the drifter outfit because it'll give us damage resistance. I wonder if we should drop the Vault 111 jumpsuit. I guess we could. There we go. So that's what we look like now. Now we look a little more Commonwealth appropriate. Alright, now there's also a... Isn't there a bag up here somewhere? Ah, yes. Short bolt action rifle. And a couple 308s. Now, is that bolt action rifle? Oh, it fires 308. Okay. Then we'll hang on to it for now, but I'm not even going to bother highlighting it, I don't think, yet, because I don't think it takes very long before you find something that's much better. And odds are I won't waste our 308 rounds on anything yet, because 308 hits pretty hard. The stuff that fires it, I should say. So, okay, first let's go over here and pick up a certain little someone. Well, hello, certain little someone. Hi.
Hey, boy. What are you doing out here all by yourself? You lose your owner, buddy?
It's such a cute little dog.
Okay, then. Let's stick together.
Me and you, Squirt. Okay, so obviously he's our first companion that we can carry. Now the dog, the dog's actual name is actually Dog Meat, by the way, which by the way is a horrible name for a dog, and I don't know why they call him that. But I want to try and rename him, like for our playthrough, for our RP purposes, and I think I'm gonna call him Sam. I think Sam, maybe short for Samantha if we want to assume it's a girl dog, or Sam if it's actually a boy dog. But regardless, I think Sam is a good name because it could go for either one, and because it's an actual appropriate name for a dog, not like Dog Meat. So we're gonna call him Sam, or her Sam. I don't know which one. We're gonna call her Sam because it's a better name. So different companions, and we'll grab that in a minute. Different companions have different perks and bonuses. Some companions they're good at hacking, so you can tell them to go hack a terminal for you. Some companions like Sam, I guess, for instance, is they find things. So they'll like run over and bark at something, and you can like sometimes they'll find you stim packs, or they'll find you different cases that you can open or whatever, and it's actually pretty helpful that way. And you can also equip the dog with different things, like there's different dog armors that you can get. You can also equip them with some fun things. There's like dog collars, but I found out recently you can actually equip them with bandana if you can find some different bandanas. And there's lots of different designs that you see throughout the game. You can equip the dog with different ones, and I think it's adorable. So we'll carry the dog. The other nice thing is companions have affection, so depending on your choices, depending on how much they like you or how pissed they are at you, we'll be very careful who we carry, because affection is a very fickle thing. So very, very quickly a companion might be like, oh, I love you, and then you say something wrong, or you do something, and now suddenly they like you much less. So you have to watch out for it. Now luckily the dog doesn't have affection. The dog just loves you, so that is no big deal. So the dog is exempt. There's also lots of companions that are exempt in certain ways, and normally I used to never carry any companions, and I would always go solo, and I would grab perks for that as well. But I've found that in this last playthrough that I'm also doing on the side for fun, is I'm actually finding that that carrying a companion has its perks. Sometimes it's nice to have someone else to help you in combat, and it's nice so that the enemies have something else to shoot at, so that you can shoot them. There is lots of perks. So we will be carrying the dog, maybe the whole game, maybe for a long time, but we'll probably be carrying the dog, and I think that's a wise decision. So this is another one of the things that you have access to, but we have to wait till we have people at Sanctuary and things before we can actually do anything before we can connect it, because you can connect your different settlements with like what is it called? They're called supply routes, and so we don't have access to any of those yet, which is unfortunate. Yeah, we don't have access to those yet because we don't have any people to send and connect our settlements to. So you know, it's an imperfect world. Okay. Luckily, in the beginning. What is it, buddy? Ah, yes, the mole rats cometh. Yeah, you like that? Where are they, buddy? There he is. Hey, there's our first level. Beautiful. So I think right away we're going to grab Lead Belly so that we take less radiation from eating and drinking. We're gonna get that one right away. So that'll already help a ton. Get him, puppy. Alright, we'll take the mole rat meat. We'll take the teeth as well, but bone is not something you use very often. The hide is nice because that'll give you leather. And leather is actually good because you can use it for improving armor and stuff. It's actually really helpful. Okay, other than that though, I don't think there was anything too nuts that we needed. Okay. Duct tape is adhesive. That is a lifesaver. Anytime you see anything with adhesive in it, it should take priority number 1. I also heard of a mole rat that's probably heading our direction. Get him, buddy. Oh! Oh! Good kill, buddy. Alright. We can go ahead and check this little terminal. Let's see. I actually already know what that terminal's gonna say. It's nothing important. I'll show you what it says. Okay. Now, technically, we're supposed to be headed towards Concord, but we are going to do something else. So, right over here, that terminal just tells you about this little handy-dandy cave that they store stuff in. So, that's what that terminal says. That's what you glean from it, but of course I already knew about it. So, we're not even going to bother. Now, we have to be careful, because there is some, there is rads in here. So you have to be careful, and odds are we will get some radiation, but there is some good loot as well, so we will, we'll try and be careful. So you can hold B, boop, and then you can turn on your light so you can see easier in the darker places. So my light is almost always on by default all the time, but there is some mole rats in here. That often it's easier, that sometimes you could see easier without your, oh, he's, so like I said, sometimes the light interferes with how well you can see long distance, and so sometimes it's better to not use the light, funnily enough. Alright, now we don't have the perk yet, so entering water will give us radiation damage, and we'll grab that perk pretty quick. It's one of the earlier perks, one of the earliest perks that I grabbed, because being able to enter water, as you imagine, is a lifesaver. Alright, ready? We're going to have to do this for just a second. We're going to get some really disgusting radiation for just a minute. Alright, we're good. We're good. Leave. Alright, we're good. Okay. There's a Tato. And there's a bag with good stuff. Don't worry, buddy, I got him. Alright. There we go. Ooh, a fuse and duct tape. The fuse will give you copper, and that is really nice. There's a few things that can use it later on. Ooh, and I actually can open this safe, funnily enough. Ah. That's like such blue balls when like the minute you're like almost there. You're like 99% and then it dies. You're like, no. Now we'll take those. We'll take the Psycho, the Rad-X, and the Rad-Away. We'll take it all. Alright, we got it now. Like I said, we don't have the perk to enter water without mad radiation damage yet, so don't enter the water yet. We'll get that perk really early, but I had to grab the food one first. Anyway, so it's not like the craziest things in there, but Lots of good early stuff, and in the early game, a lot of, like, you know, all the ammo you can find, especially earlier, is better. Well, one of the earlier perks we'll grab as well is to find more ammo in places. Well, that's another one that we grab really early because it's just, obviously, it's a lifesaver. So, this is where things get weird. So normally your objective is to investigate Concord. Now, yeah, so normally your objective is to investigate Concord. We're actually not going to do that. We're going to discover Concord, and I'm going to see if I can get it to go away. But, yeah. there is a faction in Concord that is, that you meet that is a royal pain in my backside. I'm trying to think how... Okay, let's go ahead and let's do this. First, let's clean out some of our extras. First, let's clean these out. Okay, let's give this a save. Okay, so there is a faction that you meet in Concord. They're called the Minutemen. Now, the Minutemen can be fun, or they can be a pain in the butt. It depends on how you are. I actually like the Minutemen as a faction. So their whole idea is like we can make the Commonwealth a better place type of thing. And they will like... The dude that like is your main Minuteman guy, he is constantly sending you on telling you which different places that need help, and he's constantly writing you about all of these things. Yeah, so he's constantly writing you about all of this stuff. And he's constantly telling you, hey, this settlement needs help, this settlement needs help, this settlement needs help, and it is incessant. So if you're going for a playstyle that fits the Minutemen, that's fine. And in IRL, I would totally agree with the Minutemen's philosophy and making the Commonwealth a better place, that type of thing. But for our character, our RP, they will not like us. They will not like us at all. So we'll discover them, and here's what we're going to try. We're going to get on the edge of Concord. We're going to give it a save. Maybe we'll even go and we'll start that part of that quest. But like we'll like just enough to see them and everything. But then we'll probably stop because I want to. Yeah, there's some problems ahead. Well, if things don't go as what we're hoping for, we will backtrack. And we'll give it a save, and then it'll be like we never met him, and we can forget this whole thing ever happened. We'll have to see. Yeah, there we go. So these raiders... Anyway, so those raiders are attacking the dude over there that's up top in that building. We might go like see if we go and like kill the raiders and the dude first talks to us, and we see if maybe we can get him to piss off, and then maybe we'll see if we can call it good with that. If we're lucky, that's all we'll have to do, and we can get away with not helping him and stuff. If we're really lucky. But we're not going to go too far. Pulp Revive. Doesn't the pipe revolver rifle shoot 45? That's 38. Yes, it does. Okay, well, let's put that where that one is. And then the pipe pistol. You can go on that side, I guess, for now. I mean, I guess we'll save that, but the second we find the hunting rifle, which is the other thing that we have, we'll get rid of it. Okay. And let's see. This fires the 38. Is it the only thing that fires 38? Yes, it is. Okay. Well, then let's go ahead and... Hey, wait. Isn't the revolver rifle? Doesn't you need to be over here? Oh, there we go. Okay. Now the pistol, you can be over here. All right. There we go. We're figuring it out. Okay, and that's the pipe pistol. Okay, well, let's see if... Well, up to this point, I'm already happy with where we are. So, again, we'll give it a save, but if we have to abort and leave so that we don't trigger too much of this crap, we absolutely will. Okay, we're going to take that, and we're going to take the Raider Rhino. We'll take that as well. Because for the RP, it'll make a fair amount of sense. Ooh, hot plate. That'll have screws in it. We don't need anything in there yet. Oh, wait. Was there a Nuka-Cola in there? Oh, there was. Wow. It's a Ninja Cola. I didn't even see it almost. All right. Well, first, let's go ahead and check that armor. So, we're wearing the Drifter outfit. I need more before I can equip too much. Otherwise, it will take off what we're wearing. Because we're wearing an outfit which you can't wear parts of. You have to wear all of it. So, yeah, we're not there yet. Now, is this the dude I just killed? Ah, chest piece. Raider leathers. There we go. That's what we needed. Okay, so again, this is like what I'm talking about here. Drifter outfit is 5 and 7. So this, equipping that will give us 2, but then we're going to equip other pieces, and that'll make this whole shindig not as bad. There we go. All right, we can drop the Drifter outfit now because we're going to slowly start assembling our outfit. So as you can see, now we look like a serial killer so far, which mostly it's like, look at that hood, dude. The hood with hoses, like you look like an absolute serial killer, which for our playthrough is not the end of the world. We'll interact with all that in a minute. We want to look around first, no? Ooh, we'll take all of that, and we'll take that fan, and we'll take the caps. Excuse me, puppy. You want to go first, or are you gonna let me out? He's like, how about you jump over me, idiot? It's like, all right, all right. I almost don't think there wasn't too much good in this building. Yeah, you can't even get up there, and all this does is send you out onto the balcony, which doesn't have anything. So not too much going on in there. But we'll loot these other peons, and we'll slowly start assembling our armor. Let's see. There we go. I think they're all the dead guys are over here.
Hey, up here, on the balcony. I've got a group of settlers inside. The raiders are almost through the door. Grab that laser musket and help us, please.
Ah, it worked. Cool. All right, I'll explain what it all means to me in a minute. Okay. So first, the level up. I think I know which one we're gonna go for right away. We're gonna get Aqua Girl. This way we can enter the water so we don't take damage, and we can breathe underwater, which is a bonus of that. So that way we can enter the water without getting nuked. Because by the way, the damage that gives you is really, really bad if you enter the water without it. We'll take all those. Let's see. We'll take that. All right, I'll explain what all this is in just a minute. I'm very slowly assembling my armor. And he's using an auto pistol. Not a fan of most automatic anything in this game. It's not the game's fault that I can't shoot. I shoot better. I'm more accurate if I'm not using something that's automatic. All right, we are going to take that laser musket, and we're going to take all that ammo. We don't need those. There we go. Okay, so here's what has just happened. Okay, so that was Preston Garvey. Now Preston Garvey is the Minutemen guy, and he's the dude that, you know, yeah. So he's the Minutemen guy and all that jazz. Now, what I was worried about was we're not going to be joining the Minutemen for this playthrough. With our backstory, it wouldn't even make sense. And with our character's personality, it definitely won't make sense. So we will be joining the Brotherhood of Steel. You'll know who they are later on. Now, once we meet them, I'll explain how the RP is going to work with other stuff that's going to happen later. But for now, suffice it to say, we're not joining the Minutemen. Now, what I was worried about was, can you discover Concord without, like, because Codsworth won't, he can become a companion, but he won't come with you, and he's not available to do anything with you until, until you discover Concord. Until, I think the prerequisite is if the, that out of time mission finishes. I was worried that we wouldn't be able to finish the main beginning mission out of time until I was worried, like, can we, like, get to this point, see Preston, ignore him, and move on with our lives without aggroing or triggering the Minutemen at all? Can we do that first and then finish the out of time quest, or do we have to be really weird and not finish the quest at all? So turns out you can. Well, here's what's going to happen. We are going to ignore Preston and his little band of troublemakers. No, I'm kidding. We're going to ignore Preston. I don't care. We're not helping the Minutemen. That's their problem. And because, you know, it's part of the RP, part of the playthrough. We don't care. It's not our problem. And we are going to, you know, we're going to completely ignore them. Lols. And we're gonna go about our business, picking up plungers for rubber and aluminum cans and hard hats. Ooh, duct tape. Anyway, so that's what I'm happy about. So now, pretty quick here, we will run back and we will tell Codsworth, yeah, you know, couldn't find anything. And hopefully we can see if we can get him as a companion. We'll still be carrying the dog, because like I said, Sam doesn't require, and remember, Sam is going to be our name for the dog, by the way. And because Sam doesn't need affection, and there's not things you can do that's going to piss him off, so. Or her off. Maybe should we also decide the dog's gender? Is Sam or boy? Maybe we could Google it. Maybe so, because it would be easier than trying to figure it out. Anyway, but we are going to grab that laser musket, because laser muskets are awesome. So let's go ahead and favorite this. We'll go over there. Okay, the other thing you should know about me and how I play this game is I carry a lot of guns. I carry a lot of guns. Something you should be aware of is I carry a crazy amount of weaponry. And so, yeah, that's something that you should be aware of. I'm trying to think if there was anything else. I thought for a second there was something else I'm going to say. So this will be new for me because I've never gotten to the point. I've only ever done the Minutemen. Like, I've only ever started their quest, and I've never, like, done this way of playing it where you just like, he asks for help and you ignore him. I've never actually done that before. So there's a lot of new stuff in this playthrough that's going to be new and fun for me, too. So that's cool. Alright, so now we're going to go talk to, we're going to go talk to our dude here. There we go. Oh, that was the other thing. It's tradition. I always name all of my guns. Any weapon that we're going to use that I know we are, I always name them. It's just something fun for me. I just like it. So it's tradition.
Welcome back, Mum. I do hope you were able to find some assistance in Concord.
Nope. Nothing useful.
I thought the chances may be a bit on the slim side. I realize that I'm no Mr. Gutsy, but if needed, I'd be honored to accompany you throughout the Commonwealth. Just say the word.
No, not now.
All right, then.
Okay, now we can go ahead and assign him to be helpful. Congratulations, you are being moved. Why can I not? I can assign him to supply lines. Interesting. Alright, well, we'll revisit that. Anyway. Okay. Perfect. So let's go ahead and get to some gun stuff. So first, where's our musket here? Rename. So the musket, I like calling it. Now the little keyboard thing is really like almost kind of laggy. That it's not always very fast. I'm like hitting it faster than it looks. There we go. So I always call my musket. Man, the keyboard thing when you're naming the things in this game is oddly laggy. I call it Crockett's musket because, of course, Crockett being like, you know, Davy Crockett, who used a musket. Come on, it's totally appropriate. Is there anything else that I know I'll be keeping? I know the 10mm pistol we'll be keeping. And the name for this, some of the guns I always have a name that I always use. Other guns, they're like not like other guns. I just give them a name. Usually it's stuff from the stories that my sister and I are writing. Usually it's different characters that I've made. I usually name it after them. So that's usually what happens, and that's honestly, it's probably what's going to happen a lot. You know, a lot. So the pistol can be Lexi. There you go. I'm not positive we'll be keeping this pipe pistol, and so for now we won't name it. The revolver pistol, I mean, it's now a revolver rifle, but it's not the greatest thing ever, so I don't know if we'll be keeping that very long. If we find anything else that shoots 45 that's better, we'll probably keep that. We're not going to name this because I'm almost positive I will be replacing this when we find a hunting rifle. The tire iron, I know what I called my last one, which kind of made me laugh. We'll call that the same thing this time as well. And maybe I just have a really dumb sense of humor, but you know. There we go. I call my tire iron brake check. Like I said, I probably just have a really dumb sense of humor, but I thought it was funny. Alright, the rest of this we're going to hold off on naming because I don't know for sure we're going to keep it. Oh, actually, we could see if we could upgrade any of this. Well, I know we can give this a 3 crank, which will be nice. And a full stock, which would be really nice. Lovely. Alright, well, that helps our musket be better, but as usual, we're always struggling with it. I think it's adhesive? Yeah. So let's go ahead and tag adhesive. It'll make it easier to see. I'm really good about finding stuff anyway, but you know, just on principle. Anything else we need from this? Yeah, the only thing that's holding us back right now is just adhesive. And we're holding off on light frame because I don't want to reduce damage. Anyway, perfect. Okay, now the other thing you have to learn is that when you make mods, the ones that were on that gun go into your inventory, which they take weight. So if you drop them off, you reduce weight. And believe me, it's worth it. So as you can see, the laser musket is a really fun weapon. It's really fun. We will put probably a reflex sight on it as soon as we have access to that type of thing. But we don't have the adhesive for that right now, so which is honestly usually the case. So this is what's weird, is normally that mission is normally your intro. There's so much of that yeah, it's normally your intro and stuff, but because we're doing things differently, we're not going to be, yeah, we're doing things differently this time, and it's going to be weird. It's going to be weird. Suffice it to say, it's going to be weird. So, it'll be different for me, but in some ways it's fun, because that means we can just go in a direction, and that's going to be sweet. So we can just pick somewhere to go, and we can just do it, and we can ignore the peons, and we can just poke around. Yeah, alright, well, let's go ahead and maybe warp back to Concord, maybe? Yeah, that's probably fine. Alright, let's go warp back to Concord, check our time here. Time-wise, I mean, we could call it any time. Because almost nothing's going to be cut out of this, I don't think. So that's going to be actual time. Yeah, we might should call it very, very soon. But yeah, this will be weird for me too, because I've never just ignored the Minuteman like that. It's fun. It's kind of cool though, just knowing that I don't have to. I'm not going to be chained to the Minuteman later on. That's going to be fun. Anyway, having Sam is really nice because it's really, really like low impact, so to speak. Like it's very no pressure because you know that the dog's not going to be pissed if you're doing something, or you're not going to have to say certain things and have the dog, you know, care. It's just there's lots of bonuses. So this is an unmarked location. It's the Concord Speakeasy. It's it's a really tiny room, but we're gonna really quick and poke inside really quick. And I think there's a little bit of rando loot that we can pick up. Methinks. I don't think there's too much, but I do think that there is some good stuff. We can take like all of that pretty much. Let's see. We'll take the camera. That probably has some good stuff on it. Just knock all this crap over. Go ahead and pick that up. Pick that up. That'll give me ceramic. Cigarettes is a great source of cloth, and I think it's really good for cloth. It's good for other stuff too, but cloth specifically. Oh, we should turn on the radio. Hopefully, activating this music doesn't, you know. Hopefully, activating this music doesn't get my videos taken down immediately, but. I don't think this music is, like, I don't think they'll care. It's, like, it's classical, man. It's not exactly, you know, I don't know. I feel like it'll be fine. And I have the radio on 100% of the time, so it's one of those things that it's like, well, they better not care. I don't want to have to play this game with no music on. Ooh, Wonder Glue. Look at all that glue. Lovely. Tin can is just steel, so steel and wood are the two easiest thing in the world to come by, so we'll have like that in spades before long at all. Anyway, I think that's almost it. We can just go to poke upstairs briefly. But yeah, there's not too much going on in here, like I said. Oh yes, this room. Lols. We'll take the XL. So it makes you wonder, what's the story here? Just this skeleton with this like lady mannequin. You're like, kind of curious. At the same time, I hesitate to ask. But gonna be honest, mostly curious. But it's not as weird as what's going on in the room next door, which I'll show you in a minute. Oh yeah, the hard hat. We can drop that. I don't need that crap. Okay. Yeah, I think that's everything. We're probably about to pick up another melee weapon. So here's a better question. WTF is happening here? 3 mannequins, 2 of them using machetes, 1 of them holding a plunger. A dead dude in a bathtub, and the dude's head in the toilet. Like, so what? I'll take that dude's machete. And I think, isn't the machete... Yeah, it's 18, it's better. Alright, well, goodbye, brake check. Now we can go ahead and favorite the machete. Whoops. Cancel. There we go. Machete. Our new melee weapon. Cool. Yeah, makes you wonder what happened here. But it's actually kind of interesting because one of the, like, there's a lot of just, like, kind of weird mysteries in this game. that like there's lots of stuff in the Fallout, you know, universe, which there's more questions than answers a lot of the time. Like there's lots of fun mysteries, right? Well, one of the mysteries is that it's obviously super like implied that mannequins are like somehow there's been like proof that mannequins actually kill people, like in this universe, because like there's stuff like that, which that's pretty daunting looking. But then there's other places throughout the Commonwealth that there's like definite like proof that like mannequins have killed people. So like obviously somehow mannequins are alive and they're killing people. And so like the more mysteries it presents some really funny mysteries, and that I find are pretty interesting. Anyway, so it's just funny. It's just funny because it's like, so mannequins are alive and they're actually killing people, because there is lots of locations throughout that has mannequins that are holding weaponry or whatever, and and that's not even the only mysteries. There is aliens. There is an alien random encounter that you may get lucky and you may that you may see, which is pretty funny. Yeah. So yeah, there's lots of funny things. Anyway, so let's see. This is kind of a obvious name, but it's also kind of funny. I name it Slash. So first you think, well, that's dumb, but Slash is also the I guess he is the guitarist for Guns N' Roses. Slash is the lead guitar. So that's why I name my blade Slash, because A, come on, it's a machete, and B, because Slash. So I think it's funny, and again, I have a really dumb sense of humor. So, okay, sights. We don't have enough. Oh, I need nuclear material. Okay, I need nuclear material before we can get a reflex sight. But don't you worry, kids. That sounds really hard to come by. Believe me, it's not as hard to come by as you would believe. There we go. We can finally get the best one we can afford without getting having access to mods. We can give it the hardened receiver, which would be nice. We can give it the long barrel. The comfort grip. We don't have enough for magazines. I think you need the actual gun mods for that. Standard sights, but that's a lot of good stuff. Let's see. We can see if we can upgrade this anymore, but I don't think we can. Yeah, I don't want to put a scope on that. I want to give that a reflex sight. We're going to hold off on upgrading these at all because, again, I'm not positive if we're going to keep it or use it. I'm tempted to upgrade the pipe pistol because it's not bad, and it does fire 38. I am tempted to upgrade the pistol, but if I'm wrong, then I just wasted, like, adhesive on this. Alright, let's do it. I feel like that there's at least a fairly okay chance that we're going to keep the hardened pipe pistol, which means we should name it. I think we are going to keep it. The pistol's not bad. So what should we call it? Let's see. We could call it... We already have a Lexi. Well, let's name this one Haley then. That's another character from the fantasy book that I'm writing. There we go. Now we have Lexi and Haley. Lols. That'll only mean something to me. Anyway, so we can go ahead and put those mods away. The mods are going well. Very cool. Oops, I was trying to do this. Well, our armor is very randomly matching. It's not incredibly matching yet, but don't worry. Give it time. We'll slowly build our armor as we're able, as we find pieces. And luckily, all we have to do is discover raiders, and bam, there you go. So we can go ahead and delete our saves, and then save it. Delete the extras, I mean, and we'll save it. Perfect. Well, I think that is where we are going to call this one. So that's really cool. And very, very excited with the progress that we made today. I'm so excited to be doing Fallout on my channel. I've been planning to do this for like a month and a half. I've been planning to do this for like, I don't know, a month and a half maybe. Like, I've been planning to play this one a long time, but I wanted to do some play testing because I do have the DLC, but I wanted to play it before I did it on camera. And I have now seen enough of it both of the, well, I guess all the DLCs, that I am confident enough that we could totally do it, and that I can do it on camera, and I'll feel like I know what I'm doing, so that'll be pretty sweet. But yeah, so off camera, I will probably clean up Sanctuary. I'll probably get it, I'll probably put it all together, and I think that'll be a great, yeah, I think that that's probably what I will do, is I will build Sanctuary, and I will get it put together. If nothing else, I'll clean up a lot of the stuff lying around, and I'll show you what I do when we come back. So tomorrow, I will probably need to run to my school. Hopefully I can just get there, get it done, and leave, because I did it last week, and it just didn't work out. I got blown off. I didn't even get to do what I went there to do, and it just pissed me off, and I was just really tired afterwards and pretty pissed off. So tomorrow I'll need to run to school. I'm hopeful I can just run there, get it done, and leave, because I don't like being there, and it's across town, which sucks. So we'll do that, but I'm still hopeful I can record. I want to come back and just continue recording. So hopefully I can get all that done tomorrow, and yeah, if we're really lucky, it'll just be that simple. Who knows. Regardless, though, that is going to call for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the content today, and we will talk to you guys later.